Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 with your host, Hardtruck1. Hello all, welcome back to the farm. So between last episode and this episode, I did a little, I did a little redoing of some of the stuff we have. So, to start off, as you can see, we have a little bit of money in the bank. We have about 50,000. And the reason for that is I sold the New Holland swather. After it got done over here, I moved it over to field 17, and for some strange reason, it kept stopping for some reason. And then when I actually got on it and I tried to continue cutting the field, I'd get to a point where it acted like it just fell through the wheels, like quit having physics and fell through the map and everything. And it was a real pain to try to keep running. So unfortunately, I took the liberty of selling that machine, got rid of it and its head, and I went and bought the John Deere here, and it actually did wonderful in that field. So pretty sure it's going to stick around. And it wasn't very much to buy since I didn't realize that this is actually the older model John Deere, but it's doing good. So we got that. Another thing I went ahead and got was I went ahead and I found this Massey Ferguson multi-power pack, and as you see, we got the 185. So it's a 75 horsepower tractor. It's more than capable of running this machine, and it should be more than capable of running our baler. Since we actually do really truthfully need extra tractors. Because the only tractors we got are the 84R and the Ferriot here. So we actually need an extra tractor, so this tractor should be able to run our baler, and it'll definitely be able to run this. We will, unfortunately, as you can see on this, we'll have to rake all this up. This green that you see is actually the grass that's been collected as well. See, there's a pile of grass, and this is our alfalfa. So there's that. So yeah, we just got a few rows here to do. So unfortunately, we'll have to take the Fendt, or we'll have to get the big tractor over there, and we'll have to grab the rake and rake all this up. I was gonna start with moving bales, but let's start with let's go ahead and get this done, because yes, we're kind of at night. I do apologize for it being night, but I really truthfully don't want to run the risk of not being able to get this up, even though no, I don't have the seasons in. Being in that farm mentality, you always try to keep you always try to get the most out of whatever you're doing. So at the same time, I would take and just run forward so that way we'd have daylight. At the same time, I really don't want to do that because of just that mentality that I have. I know it's a game. I know that really doesn't exist in it, but yeah. So moving on to another interesting tidbit of information. So I saw all the trailers or most, two of the trailers anyway, for the new farming sim. Oh, I'm sorry if that was a little loud. So yeah, I'm really impressed with what they have in it so far. I still don't have high hopes for, you know, that we're gonna get everything in that game that we all want, but I do like the fact that now basically Seasons is in the base game. It's going to be interesting to see just how they implement Seasons as to how, you know, the mods implement Seasons. So that's going to be an interesting factor. I do have some concerns that because of the way the trailers look, they're going to be, it's going to be like kind of like a giant increase in I'm really truthfully, I'm just kind of thinking, depending on what they've done, to how much optimization the game's going to have for, you know, lower end PCs such as like mine, and everything. It's really cool the way it looks. So that's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be kind of an interesting, and the way that they decided to go with the introduction of Farming Sim 22, yeah, I'm wondering. I'm kind of like everybody else that's so far that I've watched it. It's going to be interesting if it actually has a storyline behind it. Because if it does actually have a storyline behind it, cool. I just hope the storyline is not going to get... I just hope the storyline is not going to, you know, be too overbearing to what the game, you know, actually is. You know, it's a simulator about farming, not necessarily a game about, you know, it's not really an RPG. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a simulator game, not an RPG. So I hope that yes, I wouldn't mind having kind of like a story base, you know, kind of like an end goal to maybe follow. But at the same time, I'm hoping that that's not like, okay, Giant is going from a farming simulator to a farming RPG. Because then basically we are pretty much losing a huge farming game, basically. Not that it doesn't have, you know, its quirks and stuff, but at the same time, it really is kind of a, let's say, an ongoing representation, even though it's not a very good representation, of the farming community. So, yeah, I just hope that's not the direction that they're going. So, all right. So for those that don't know, so for those of you that's either come in the middle of this or just wondering what's going on, I am trying to I'm trying to get a sheep farm going here, and so far I have this field and this field in alfalfa, a crop known as alfalfa, which is basically a type of hay to feed. And in these two, I believe these are, basically just alfalfa bales. Let's see. Yeah, I believe these are like wet alfalfa bales, or what they call it, basically. Basically, I'm baling them so that way we have two types of alfalfa, because our animals need the two different types. They need basically alfalfa straight from the field, and then they also need a type of hay, which is basically just taking the field and drying it out, which is what I did over there at 17. That's what we were just doing, and then be able to feed that as well. So there's that. So yeah, so we're actually gonna change. I got that pole hooked up to the baler. We're going to go ahead and grab this guy. Hang on, I gotta figure out how this thing works again. Okay. Turn that on. We'll go pick up these bales. I think we got a big old trailer here to pick these up. And this is an auto load trailer, so it's basically gonna auto load all the bales on there as we drive past them. And then we're gonna go dump these off in front of the sheep, and then might even feed them a couple of bales so they have some food in there. They won't be up to 100% until we get the dried bales to them. But we'll have at least a few bales into them, and then we'll come back and I'll continue baling this field, and I might even bale the other field before the next episode, so that way we're just basically done, and we can allow the fields to grow again. So anyway, about the new game, I don't know. Don't quote me. Don't hold me to it. But I believe I'm gonna try to get the game either right after it releases, or potentially I might get it at least a month or so after. Why am I driving back through the field when I can drive over here? Yeah, so that's that. Oh, hopefully before this episode ends, I will I'll show you some of the other stuff. So I was in the mod hub for this game, and I saw basically was going through some mods, like trying to see what we could do different this time and everything. I mean, number one thing we could do different is use seasons, but I don't really truthfully like that. I'm all for seasons, but basically for like YouTube, for me, seasons doesn't work. So unfortunately, hello, the water tank right there. Where do I want to put? Okay, we're gonna do that. we're gonna put the bales right here in this little grassy patch right here, just off the road. Might even go just a tiny bit more off the road, like that, so that way it doesn't do that. All right, now if I remember correctly, you hit Y? Nope, that unloads it off of there. Put it back on. B. B is my place off. Figure out where, there's the grid. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. Let's see. Move up. Okay, so Alt, left, Alt, J. What's down? N. Let's see. Oop. There we go. Maybe I'll move it up just a bit. Okay, and then B again. Or Y. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, B. Oh, I gotta turn that off. Put B on. There we go. And then Y. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna put the bales over there. Next set is probably either gonna go right behind that or right next to it. But yeah, as we go to bale, I don't remember what we was talking about. And you'll have to excuse me. Oh, right, I was gonna show, actually, we'll get up here, we'll park next to the baler, we'll park next to the baler, and then I'll show you, then I'll show you what I'm talking about with some of the mods that I got. A lot of the mods are basically either vehicle based or they're kind of like a helper, more of a helper base than what they really, than anything. I do have one that is kind of a major thing. All right, well, let me shut this off. I'll basically we can just hop out and here, I'll stare at the baler while I'm showing you the mod. So the mod is an interesting one. It's called precision farming, and according to kind of another person that I watch. According to this, it's basically like a different way to like be able to get yields to produce and everything. Kind of does like a soil. Kind of does like a soil thing. So, yeah. So it's an interesting little. It's a very interesting mod. I think I'm gonna kind of like this. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I mean, maybe we can. Maybe we can work on this through together. So anyway, yeah. Freaky. Okay, well, we'll have to figure this out a little bit. So anyway, so that's one of the mods. Or yeah, that's one of the mods. The other mods was basically, oh, I added, not only did I add the new 165, or the 165 pack, I also added this 56 series. Maybe when we get into a little bit bigger baler or something, we can do that. Same way with this 4300 series, and plus all of these I can put front loaders on. So if we need a front loader, we can get it. Also in here, I also where to go? Crop. There it is. So in crop production, I added. So we have the 4440 Patriot from Case, but I also added the 4940 self-propelled sprayer to the pack because I thought, well, maybe we could do kind of like a John Deere series. Plus, this has the capability of being able to run different ones. Also, if you notice, see here, this is condition. So right here we have factory new. So brand new, we could buy this one unit for 207,000. Well, we have the ability to change the condition to used secondhand, which knocks off a good chunk of money. So now instead of 205 or 204, whatever it was, 207, now we could get it for 168,000, which basically means that this unit would be kind of in a low production, but at least we could save a little bit of money so that we could add a few features to it, like aftermarket features and stuff. So that's nice. So in the crop production, we did that. Can't remember what else. I mean, I put them in here, but I can't remember a whole lot. I'm going to get rid of that thing because that thing's a piece of junk, basically. Oh, over here in... Not there. Trailers? Can't remember. No. Well, I know over here in miscellaneous, there's a couple of things that I added. I think these were already in here. So this is the soil sampler thing for that. So we got to buy that and be able to do the soil samplers. Oh, I got a step deck here so that we can, when it comes time, it has the configuration. I'll just show you. So it has the configuration of being able to add tanks to the system. So as you can see, we can add up to a capacity of 40,000 liters on this truck. And yeah, so now I'm not sure if it's grand total or if like we can fill something in this one, something in this one, and something in this one. Which the cool thing would be is if we did this one, which gives us a tank up front, a tank in the rear, and then we could fill, one with fertilizer, one with herbicide or something like that. So that way we could take care of both at the same time. I think that's it for the extras in there. I know there was one more extra. Oh yeah, in baling. So I added another, basically kind of like a step up from the baler that we currently have. So basically what we have is a small baler with a side load. We can now buy a Heston inline, basically what is called an inline baler. to the rampart. So basically, we can basically bale just everything. So, and that would be it for. I think that's it for that. If I remember anything else, I will let you know in the next episode. But as this one's getting a little long, Billy? Okay, that's interesting. Baler only requires like 58 horsepower, so this tractor should be big enough. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Okay, so I may have to figure out something different because it looks like, yeah, it looks like the handling line of the baler is not matching up with the tractor. So. Yep. So that's what's happening. Alright, well, with that being said, I will have to do a little redoing on the baler. But, okay, come on, hit the right button. There we go. But anyway, that would have been a nice little package right there. Oh yeah, I see it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. Yeah. So it looks like the handling line for that baler and the handling line for this tractor don't match up correctly. So, oh well, that's a bummer. So, anyway, well, unfortunately, I'm kind of running a little bit long here. So anyway, yep. So hopefully, maybe in the future, when the new game comes out, I might be able to basically jump on the bandwagon, so to speak, on videos with it. That may or may not happen. Update with my PC. I'm still running on my little Lenovo PC. The way things have been going on our farm, yeah, it looks like I may or may not be able to, more leaning towards the may not, get be able to get a better computer. And I was thinking about maybe trying to be able to update this computer, but more and more it seems like I might as well just buy a new computer with the stuff that I want in it because it's a lot cheaper than the parts. So anyway, so with that being said, new videos may be on pause. Hopefully this series I'll be able to get this series continued. As far as my streaming, I have not streamed since the last episodes have released, and that's just due to the fact that being able to squeeze a recording for YouTube in here and there for around the schedules of farming is actually a lot easier than juggling a stream. So, with that being said, the streaming, I don't know, that's up on the fence. So, but I really do want to try to stream this game. I'll really want to try to stream the new game if I can get a newer PC and stuff on that. But anyway, that's all in the future stuff, and who knows what the future brings. So Anyway, I'm rambling. So, anyway, I'm Hard Truck 1. This is Farming Simulator 19. And I'll see you in the next one. Laters.